Distribution decision of nonprofit. A nonprofit organization has a unique capacity for distributing its service offerings to potential customers. Many nonprofit services, however, do not depend on special facilities. Think about nonprofit organizations, the kind of people they help, whether it's people who need help with housing, perhaps research towards fighting a disease or finding a cure for a disease. Range in the scale of what a nonprofit tries to do is truly ginormous, as in helping many different people in many different areas. When you look at a non-for-profit organization like WWF or UNICEF or Greenpeace, they're not just in one country or just on one continent. It really is a global effort, hence having a unique capacity for distributing its service offering to potential customer groups when and wherever they want them. Pricing objectives. Many nonprofit organizations must also be concerned about revenue. However, nonprofit organizations seek to either partially or fully defray costs rather than to achieve a profit for distribution to stakeholders. Nonprofit organizations also seek to redistribute income, for instance through taxation and sliding scale fees. Moreover, they strive to allocate resources fairly among individuals or households or across a geographic or political boundaries. Non-financial prices. In many nonprofit situations, consumers are not charged a monetary price, but instead must absorb non-monetary cost. The importance of those costs is illustrated by the large number of eligible citizens who do not take advantage of so-called free service for poor. In many public assistance programs, about half the people who are eligible don't participate. The non-monetary costs include time, embarrassment, and effort. Think about all those people lining up for free food. Do they want to line up? Do they want to quite essentially ask for help? The answer is no. In an ideal world, they would be working and earning money and be able to afford their own whatever it is that they need. However, the embarrassment and the time and the effort it takes, that is the cost in itself. Indirect payment through taxes is common to marketers of fee service, such as libraries, fire protection, and police protection, which basically means that marketers or marketing agencies will offer their services for free and in exchange will get other benefits like tax savings or increased or enhanced reputation. And the kind of organizations that they would offer free services to would be to libraries or campaigns about fire protection or police protection, including the ads that you'll see on TV about reducing speed or not using drugs. The next one is separation between payers and users. By design, the service of many charitable organizations are provided for those who are relatively poor and are largely paid by those who are better off financially. And last one, below-cost pricing. In Australia, below-cost pricing for sustained periods by companies, as in for-profit companies, with substantial market share is illegal. Companies can sell unsold or aid stock using this pricing approach. However, they need to have a documented clear record to support this approach in case the ACCC or the tax department should question the tactic. However, for a charitable organization, as they are looking to provide their products, whether goods or services, to those who need it the most, they may often charge far below cost pricing in order to be able to ensure that their customers, as in those who really need their service or really need the goods that they're selling, can afford to buy it or even receive it. Product decisions include benefit complexity, benefit strength, and involvement. Benefit complexity. Nonprofit organizations often market complex behavior or ideas. Examples include the need to exercise or eat right and the need to quit smoking. The benefit that a person receives are complex, long-term, and intangible, and therefore are more difficult to communicate to consumers. Benefit strengths. The benefit strength of many non-profit offerings is quite weak or indirect. Think about it. What are the direct personal benefits to you driving 55 kilometers per hour or donating blood? In contrast, most private sector service organizations can offer customers direct personal benefits in exchange relationship. So for example, for traditional companies, like let's say you go to Vodafone, you want a phone and a contract, you pay them money, they give you a phone with a contract, and the benefit's direct. You've got a brand new phone, and you've got a service, which works some of the time, but still direct. You engage with a charity organization and pay money to them on a monthly basis. Do you see the benefit? Probably not. The third is involvement. Many non-profit organizations market products that elicit very low involvement. For example, prevent forest fires, or very high involvement, stop smoking. In terms of preventing forest fires for the general public, there's not really much for them to do. In terms of stopping smoking, the person involved in this particular act, it requires a lot of effort. So the typical range for private sector goods is much narrower. Traditionally, promotion tools may be inadequate to motivate adoption of either low or high involvement products that not-for-profit organizations tend to market. Promotion decisions are made up of professional volunteers. This is where non-profit organizations often seek out marketing, sales, and advertising professionals to help them develop and implement promotion strategies. In some instances, an advertising agency donates its services in exchange for potential long-term benefits, as in exposure. Donated services create goodwill, personal contact, and general awareness of the donor's organization, reputation, as well as competency. So for example, a marketing agency creates an ad for a charity organization. The world gets to see this particular ad, and the marketing agency becomes more famous as a result of which. Also from a promotions decision, sales and promotion activities. So sales promotion activities that use existing services or other resources are increasingly being used to draw attention to the offering of nonprofit organizations. Sometimes nonprofit charities even team up with other companies for promotional activities. For example, UNICEF and Football Club Barcelona.